Hello everyone, this is Shad Reyes and this is SIF 2021. With me is Dr. David Rizik. He is the Chief Scientific Officer as well as the Director of Coronary Intervention and Structural Heart Disease at Honor Health. Dr. Rizik, so much pleasure to have you with us on the video.
So delighted to have you out here.
And finally we're back in live and we're no more virtual, and today was one of the kind of standard for safe and education conference I have seen. It's phenomenal work. Your team have put a good effort into it.
We really wanted to stress that we could come together again.
Yeah.
You know, faculty is like a family, and that we could come together again in a very educational but safe environment.
Yes.
And I think all of the staff and the physicians and the overseers of this meeting did a spectacular job of putting this together.
I still have this idea of bracelet having screening every day, every color, every day. This is make sure you are checked, temperature, and you have no symptoms. Thank you so much for doing the program. So today was the first day. We started with cases over coffee, and then we went into a few live cases. Can you go over the program today?
You know, Scottsdale Interventional Forum is very case-rich. We begin each day with cases over coffee, challenging cases, thoughtful cases, cases where maybe things started off going well, but then took a different road. And we end each day with cases over cocktails, pretty much the same thing. And I think our faculty does really a spectacular job of showing complicated cases.
Yes.
You know, we learn so much from cases that maybe go badly at first, and how do you get yourself out of the hurt locker?
Yes.
And boy, what a great collection of challenging and thought-provoking cases that we had a chance to review today. We also saw some really instructive live cases, some instructive, challenging Watchman cases, a mitral clip case, and a patient who had severe degenerative mitral regurgitation, really
with some fibroelastomas, and kind of very flail.
We call it, Bob Burke calls it fibroelastic deficiency syndrome, and you saw how Dr. Hermiller navigated a very challenging anatomy and reducing the degree of mitral regurgitation from absolutely severe to mild. I think this patient, as I look at the case, the patient's already up walking around and has told us that she's already feeling better. So that's a great case.
Absolutely.
We also had a case of a patent foramen ovale. What I loved about that case is the initial workup. Patient had a stroke, patient had a history of migraines. You know, if you look at this patient and think of it, this patient should have had a PFO, and the initial workup, including a surface echocardiogram with agitated saline, was negative. Wow. And it was actually one of our industry partners who contacted us about the patient and said, David, there's something not right. This patient has to have a PFO. And Dr. Burke did a really, really great interrogation of the atrial septum and showed a beautiful PFO that we were able to close, and now there's no flow across the septum. Beautiful case.
So the beauty about this meeting, again, is no embarrassment, collegial environment, everybody showing their own complication as well as their own bailout strategy. I learned a lot from the techniques they have presented. So what is tomorrow holding for us? What is the audience going to see tomorrow?
Well, as rich as today was with structural cases and challenging structural cases, tomorrow is going to be equally rich with coronary disease management. We are going to emphasize those things that we think are important to optimize complex coronary intervention. A lot of physiology, invasive physiology, a lot of invasive imaging, ultrasound, and OCT, and then just techniques for managing complex coronary disease. We have the world leaders in complex coronary intervention. We're going to talk about plaque modification, heavy emphasis on rotational atherectomy, heavy emphasis on things like new technologies that have just been recently FDA approved, like intravascular lithotripsy. Every aspect of complex coronary intervention, from imaging to physiology to plaque modification to new stent technologies, novel stent platforms. I'm Tomorrow's a very exciting day. I always think that our bread and butter is still coronary intervention, and I'm so thoroughly excited about tomorrow's.
Absolutely. And for the audience, tomorrow you're going to see, beside the opportunity to be in person, it's all broadcasted virtually also on SIF website, where you can access it. Especially for the fellow, take this opportunity and watch these cases. You'll learn a lot.
I'm very pleased that we have a large live and in-person audience, attendees, but that there are attendees virtually around the world.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Dr. Rizik. Everybody out there, please tune up tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow for SIF, again, on the website for virtual experience. Watch this video, and others will come to you every day at the end of the day with Dr. Rizik. This is Shadi Reyes from SIF 2021. Dr. Rizik, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chaddy.